Hey everybody, and welcome back to React TCG. We got another pack of Death Battle videos to go through. Up first, we've got Lex Luthor versus Doctor Doom. Um, Again, this seems to happen a lot. I do prefer DC over Marvel, but I usually end up picking Marvel characters. I feel like Doctor Doom's gonna beat Lex Luthor. I mean, he beat the shit out of Darth Vader, so I think he'll be able to take Lex Luthor. Especially since, Lex Luthor lost his fight against Iron Man. That one's pretty crazy. Um, but yeah, I think Doctor Doom has got this one. I think his sorcery and technology will be able to overpower Lex's just sorcerer or just technology.
Lex Luthor, CEO of LexCorp and nemesis to Superman.
And Doctor Doom, King of Latveria and Doom of the Fantastic Four.
The intellect of these two evildoers is unmatched in their own worlds.
But what happens when the geniuses of these spiteful nerds collide? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a
A
death battle.
This game changes world exploration in a way you'll never expect. In Arknight's Enfield, exploration isn't...
In the city of Metropolis, soaring above all other structures, one can find atop the tallest building an L.
Who's the dickbag that decided to literally hang that L over everyone's head? Just
Lex
the one
Luthor.
and only Lex Luthor.
Born and raised in Smallville, Kansas, Lex's early life was complicated. His father, Lionel, was a scientist doing...
Full name Alexander Lex Luthor. 6'2", 210 pounds, also known as Sexy Lexi. What the fuck? Founder of LexCorp and Legion of Doom. Former president of the United States of America, and doesn't wash his hands because he's evil. What the fuck?
dubious experiments on Martian Manhunter.
When the lid was cracked on this evil science operation, asses had to be covered. So Lex and his old man got a convenient memory wipe, reducing Lionel to an alcoholic and setting Lex down a path to get away from his deadbeat dad. Right there with you, bud.
But because this is comics, that's just Lex's story in one continuity.
In another, he's a mad scientist. In another, he's a self-made billionaire. And in yet another, he was friends with Superboy until Superboy made him bald. No wonder this guy's so cynical.
Regardless of which Lex we're talking about, he hates Superman. In his eyes, if Superman continues to exist, humanity will become weak and reliant on him, and ultimately perish. Supposedly.
Ever since Soups flew into town, he's been Lex's undoing.
But also his driving force in creating technology, chief among them being his war suit.
This bad boy comes equipped with loads of goodies.
Powered by a mother box, instant suit manifestation, regeneration, blocks telepathy, laser cannons, machine guns and missiles, kryptonite weapons, axe, beam, darts, and dagger, green, red, gold, blue, white, and black. Force field, gauntlet blades, jet boosters, suit taser, and a quantum folding teleportation. See, that's the thing, is Lex is always good against Superman because all of his stuff is kryptonite based. When you put him against most other people, kryptonite lasers don't really hurt any more than like a regular beam would.
A force field, electroblasts, missiles, a chest laser, and wrist blades for all your Batman shanking needs.
Lex has utilized
what?
many different energy.
Wrist blades for all your Batman.
He shanked Batman. What the fuck does this say? Why are you wasting time here? Shouldn't you be solving the crime of the century? Who killed Thomas and Martha Wayne? Where is John Corrin? Does he know who Batman is? Does he know who killed Batman's parents? What?
And shanking needs.
Lex has utilized many different energy sources for his suits, but his newest and greatest is the Mother Box, a nigh inexhaustible piece of new
Overusing the mother box comes at a risk of Lex losing himself to its power. However, this takes time, and Lex has managed to control it in the past.
Technology, with which Lex can create energy beams, repair his suit, and teleport via quantum folding.
The suit can survive a planet exploding and lets old Lex go toe-to-toe with Superman himself.
Well, it is questionable if his suit is directly comparable to Superman going all out, especially with his reliance on kryptonite. But Lex has used it to fight with other DC powerhouses.
Like this orange bugman Larfleeze, who's basically a one-man Lantern Corps.
Well, that's because he doesn't want to share the rings, though. If he's decided to share the rings, it would be an actual Lantern Corps. Larfleeze is capable of fighting the entire Green Lantern Corps on his own, including Kyle and Hal, putting him on a similar level of power to them. Yeah, but he can only do that because he can summon constructs of people who have been killed or whatever, right? Like, if you take away the constructs, just fight him one-on-one, dude's not that powerful.
You know, that band of green boot stompers who can cross the universe in under an hour.
Knowing DC has a universe at least 100 trillion light years across, this would require a speed over 5 quintillion times the speed of light.
Or how about the time Green Lantern Kyle Rayner held back the Big Frickin' Bang?
Much of Lex's tech is relegated to the war suit, but he does have on-hand gadgets too, such as a heat ray, robot replicas called Lexbots, and a special barrier that temporarily turns anything it touches two-dimensional.
It turns you
crazy.
2D, huh? That sounds like a weeb's wet dream. How does that work?
It's rather simple, actually. By applying higher dimensional physics to a simple 2D grid, we can replicate and place the form of a three-dimensional object into a lower, flattened form.
Don't touch it.
3 words. That's all it takes to make a rap album. Powered by
Why would
Eureka
he touch
V8,
it?
Your ideas become studio.
Ah, make it stop! Make it stop! Wow, I knew the all squirrel diet was a good idea. Unlike Lex's 80s tech, he's not all two-dimensional. Sure, he's had his squabbles with Superman, but after Supes died, not when he punched the gray guy when he blew up this punk Denny, he gained a newfound respect for the Man of Steel and took up his mantle. Maybe he isn't the bald psycho everyone thinks he is.
Well, he totally is.
Doubtful. Lex's actions, both good and bad, tend to stem from one thing. He really wants to be Superman himself.
He did.
Yeah.
It would explain why he made the every.
Yeah, that's why he gets an orange ring. His thing is greed. He wants the power of Superman. He wants the respect of Superman. He wants everything Superman has, but he'll never get it. You know, that's why he joined the Blackest Night when they were handing out lantern rings. Lex gets an orange one. Laser gun. Heat, stasis, and disintegration. The Everyman Project. Lexbots. Time machine. Holograms. Matter transmitter. Bubblegum shield. Microscopic shrinking ship. And a mesovirus.
Man Project, an experiment meant to turn normies into superhumans.
Unfortunately, Lex's genes were not compatible. He still went through the procedure, but even after some voluntary organ harvesting, he only had 6 months to live.
Wow, Lex really does want to be Superman, even if it kills him.
But if
Yeah.
Lex can't be Superman, he might as well make himself the one person that super citizen has to answer to. Which
The
is why
president.
Lex decided to, what else? Run for president.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a president who's an evil billionaire and hates aliens? So unrealistic.
Lex was
Yeah. So very, very unrealistic. Huh, Americans who are watching this video.
already a nihilist with few real attachments, and became all the worse when he learned he could neither be nor control Superman. Take, for example, the time he made a cure for his sister's terminal illness,
Well, that doesn't seem so bad.
and then reinfected her with that same illness seconds later, just to prove he could.
Jesus Christ!
What a
Never mind,
dick.
he's evil. Why would anyone work for this guy?
Lex's outlook on life actually
It's like, what the fuck, man? You're a dick. Deduce Superman and Batman's secret identities, impaled Starfire with a single blast, blew an island-sized asteroid through space, vaporized 3 Omacs at once, survived a planet exploding, thrown to the moon by Supergirl fast enough to tag the Kid Flash Bart Allen, made Superman bleed without his kryptonite weaponry, and has defeated Supergirl, Shazam, Larfleeze, and Brainiac.
Gained a big following. After traveling millions of years into the future, because comics, Lex saw a world where his goals became reality, where people quit aspiring to the impossible standards of superheroes, instead embracing who they were.
What?
Where people quit aspiring.
How did this happen? Society stopped fooling itself. People were told to aspire to be some fictional better version of who they are, but they couldn't ever hold on to it because it was all a lie.
To the impossible standards of superheroes, instead embracing who they were deep down. Selfish and greedy animals.
So
he destroyed the planet. Of course, inspired by them, the people embraced what they really were on the inside, no matter how ugly it was. They stopped pretending to be superheroes. And then, we conquered the universe. In your name.
literally inspired a philosophy around being the opposite of Superman.
Apparently. Isn't it ironic, though, that even those who chose to follow Lex's ideals called this philosophy doom?
Huh. I guess Lutheran was already taken. Anyways, his fanboys from the future might consider it their doom, but to Lex, his ideals are everything. And to his credit, they have seen him through some pretty heavy stuff.
Sorry, hold on.
Ideals are everything. And to his credit, they have seen him through some pretty
I swear to you, if I have to come back from the grave, I will kill you for doing this to me.
heavy stuff.
Like outsmarting Brainiac, getting tortured by Joker.
And getting shot out of a helicopter by a gorilla. Don't worry, somehow he got better.
Even completely stripped
How?
of everything, standing before an almighty God, Lex Luthor will continue to defend his ideals. This harbinger of doom is truly beyond comprehension.
Hold on, was he just
Ideal,
talking
before an
shit?
almighty-
He was talking shit to a literal god, dude. This motherfucker is a fucking goddess, and he's just, I don't need your power to kill you. I don't need anything from you. I have never needed anything, bro.
God, doom is truly beyond comprehension. Or so he says.
Who is it, Superman?
Lex Luthor, the greatest criminal mind of our time.
Get all-wheel drive capability you can count on with the Hyundai Kona. All backed by Hyundai's 5-year new vehicle limited warranty. Visit your local Hyundai dealer for details.
Since you're already playing games anyway, why not earn some free rewards while you're at it? All you need to do is download Buff, let it run in the background as you play, and just like that you'll start earning Buff points. These can be used in the marketplace to purchase things like
Oh good, there's a skip ad on this one.
At first glance, Latveria appears to be a humble nation located in the center of Europe, but within its borders may be the greatest threat the world has ever known.
That threat being the malevolent king,
Dr. Doom.
But Doom did not start out as a king. Born as a Romani, Victor Von Doom had a tumultuous childhood. After his mother's soul was taken by the demon Mephisto, and his father died on the run from an evil baron, Doom did what any mad scientist would do, and began making inventions.
like his own robot replicas and Marvel's favorite.
Full name, Victor Von Doom. Height, 6'7", weight 415 pounds, monarch of Latveria, second in line for the Sorcerer Supreme, has diplomatic immunity, is modeled after the Grim Reaper, and really, really hates squirrels.
Redcon device, the Doombots. That sounds familiar.
The technical wonders he made, while also scamming people, were so great the Empire State University offered him a scholarship.
And so began a good old college try by Doom.
There, Doom built a device to communicate with his mother in the underworld. But because of a miscalculation that may or may not be thanks to the thing, it blew up in his face. Literally.
It's okay though. After the explosion gave him a nasty scar, Doom ventured to Tibet, where some monks did him a solid and helped him build a suit of armor.
Made from a mastery of science and mysticism, Doom's titanium armor goes beyond the wonders of ordinary technology and into the absurd.
It's the Swiss Army knife of power.
Electrical and energy blasts, force field, time circuits, analyzers, cloaking unit, Nero, disruptor, neurodisruptor, finger lasers, and a solar apparatus.
Power armors, complete with electrical blast, a device that scrambles brain neurons, and a laser staff that doubles as a technovirus.
At full power, the suit can break through an adamantine coffin, and allegedly contains pieces of the cross that Jesus Christ himself was crucified on.
Just in case a pesky Dracula comes your way. Which he did. With this suit, Doom easily conquered Latveria and overthrew the Baron who gave him so much trouble years back. Aha! Take that, asshole!
Seeing how prosperous his rule was, Doom thought if he could make Latveria better by conquering it, why not make the whole world better by conquering it?
Well, I mean, a Panther God did say he should. Too bad he was always stopped by the Fantastic Four.
And their leader, Reed Richards. Also known as Mr. Fantastic.
To put it lightly, Doom freaking hates him. One time,
Yeah.
when Doom was being pulled into hell, rather than try to escape eternal torment, all he wanted to do was burn and scar Reed's face.
To Doom, Reed Richards is a man of unquenchable vanity and unmitigated arrogance, consumed by his own ego at the cost of everyone around him.
Yeah, I think Doom might be projecting a bit there.
Though he has failed many times to conquer the world, Doom certainly has the arsenal to do so.
Antimatter guns, bombs that transmute things to chrome, a molecular expander that turns tiny particles into boulders, and time shift bombs that'll send you several seconds into the past.
But his most interesting gadget is the Cosmic Power Siphon. While not particularly fashionable, at least before he implemented it into his suit, the siphon has absorbed and stolen the powers of numerous cosmic entities.
You might be asking, if Doom has all these gadgets, why doesn't he use them more often? Well, in his own words, Doom's reasons are his own. Do not question them.
But Doom is more than just a scientist. He's also a magician. In fact, a contender for Sorcerer Supreme. As such, he can employ all manner of magic spells.
For those of you who don't know, if Doctor Strange had not been chosen as Sorcerer Supreme in the main Marvel Universe, the person who would have been chosen was Doctor Doom. So just know that in the Marvel Multiverse, there is a universe out there where Doctor Doom got the title of Sorcerer Supreme instead of Doctor Strange.
Barriers, teleportation, mystical energy blasts, etc.
And if he ever wants to Freaky Friday a foe, he can use a mind swap technique he took from the Ovoids to switch bodies.
Like this.
Oh god.
How do you walk with these scrawny legs? This one isn't even a gun!
Why are there 6 of you? Am I drunk? Dummy! Shane just back.
It should come as no surprise.
Fucking Dummy's a dick, man. Oh. Broken adamantium coffin. Deflected Mjolnir resisted the mind control of the Purple Man, narrowly survived a blast from the Infinity Gauntlet, started to think faster than the world's fastest supercomputer, destroyed a squad of his own Doom bots, gained the power to be God Emperor Doom, and has defeated the Hulk, Silver Surfer, and the Fantastic Four. See, yeah, I'm a comic fan, both Marvel and DC. Like I said, I'm more of a DC fan, but looking at this list of feats compared to Lex Luthor's list of feats, yeah, Doctor Doom is winning this.
That a multi-classing nerd like Doom has taken on some of Marvel's toughest heroes.
He's faster than Reed Richards, who reacted to interstellar beams fired by Galactus, and has even deflected Thor's hammer.
The same hammer that flew Thor across the universe in seconds.
Knowing Marvel's universe has a diameter of at least 1 trillion light years, Mjolnir must have been moving over 2 quintillion times the speed of light.
And that's not even getting into Doom's battles with the Green Universe Clapper, the Hulk.
Or the no-holds-barred punch he took from Sentry with only 7% of his suit's power left.
With so much tech and magic, it's a wonder Doom ever loses.
Well, for all his achievements, Doom does have one insurmountable weakness.
His ego.
Squirrels.
Oh.
I knew it! Nobody's a match for those little bastards, but...
Tippy Toe says, yeah, that's right, Squirrel Girl totally pwns Doctor Doom. Know why? Because of something that happened in a story by Steve frickin' Ditko. That's so in continuity. So just deal with it, fanboy. And, yeah. Squirrel Girl, I mean, she has lost, so she's but she is known as the undefeatable Squirrel Girl, or the unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Because no matter how many times you knock her down, she always gets back up just as cheery as ever. With all these fucking squirrels. Like, she's beating Thanos, she's beating Doctor Doom. She's crazy, man.
Me, but hey, as long as he stays on Bucktooth's good
No, it's you. Bro, that just says everything you need to know.
side, he should be alright.
He also has a bad habit of just losing godlike power at the worst of times.
Like when his control over the power cosmic was taken by a plot-convenient cosmic energy-stealing super airplane.
Still, Doom
Bro.
persevered and became the god emperor of everything. Until Mr. Fantastic stole his powers away.
Oh boy, if Doom already hated Reed, what did he think of him after that?
Surprisingly, Doom's time as a god caused an epiphany of sorts. He looked back on his actions, his ego finally shattered, and in his reflection was left with a desire to fix his ways.
So he took up the role of Iron Man of all people, stopped being so world-conquery, and became a good guy.
Just for a little bit, don't worry, he was back to being a maniacal would-be conqueror soon enough.
Comic book status quo.
It seems a literal multiverse-scale intervention couldn't keep Doom from being Doom.
Your plan to destroy them has failed, Master.
Failed. Dr. Doom does not fail.
I think you fail a lot, but sure.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, if you want to be a
Freaking Blue Chew. Da-da-da-da. And here we go.
Oh, a visitor?
Mr. Luthor, your company has invaluable resources for the people of Latveria. I will be seizing them.
Latveria? What an exquisite place to start a corporatocracy.
Yeah, sorry, dude, but you're not winning this.
You wretch!
Pathetic.
Whoa.
A mechanical replica.
It's called a Lex Bot, you knuckle-dragging buffoon.
Its design is rather ingenious. Not as ingenious as mine, of course. But enough talk. Let us end these charades.
With pleasure.
What the shit?
Two-dimensional morphographic technology. I haven't perfected it, but it's more than enough to exterminate an imbecile like you. Enough to exterminate an imbecile like you.
What? Fool! You fell for my time shift bomb! Now, foot dive! Foot dive! Foot dive!
Just like in the fucking game.
What a farce! Impossible!
Impossible? That word has no meaning for someone like me. What about you?
You, just you, building your app on base 44.
Skip.
That box, it's marvelous and wasted on your incompetence.
Oh, gotta recharge his battery.
Pitiful. What kind of a man are you?
A Superman.
A Superman.
Oh, he pulled the Injustice finisher on him.
Still hiding behind this hideous mask, Tin Man? Let's show your true face the light of day!
Oh, he mind swapped him.
Don't you see it? That mask is my true face.
Yeah, you lose. Oh. Oh.
This power, it's like that of the gods beneath me.
KO! I've heard of handing someone the L, but never pinning him to it.
Having a slight speed advantage and a stronger suit by most measures, Lex was able to hold his own with Doom for a time.
And sure, Lex could counter some of Doom's arsenal, but he couldn't defend against being transmuted to chrome, being blasted with antimatter, or getting his nerves scrambled from the inside.
What's more, Lex's mind has been swapped before, once with Superman, funnily enough.
Meaning if things got desperate, there was...
The Oivoed mind transfer has worked on characters with mental resistances similar to Lex's. This is likely because the mind transfer is a transference of the mind rather than an attack or infiltration of it.
Nothing to stop Doom from pulling a Captain Ginyu on Lex and swapping their minds.
Lex's mother box was certainly a powerful device, but he never quite mastered all of its potential. Not to mention, Doom's ace in the hole, the cosmic...
Lex has several means of absorbing energy, but none to the extent or effectiveness of Doom's siphon or other equipment.
Power siphon has drained and stolen similar energy sources time and time again.
Galactus, Silver Surfer, and even the friggin' Beyonder. Yeah, I know, this mulleted doofus doesn't look like much, but he apparently has millions of times the power of the entire Marvel multiverse. And the siphon took all of it! There's no way the Mother Box could stand up to a device like that.
Thus, it was only a question...
The Everyman Project is not a resource that is regularly available to Lex, but even when included, Dr. Doom had plenty of counters.
...of if Doom could bide his time before turning the tables on Lex.
And given all the beatdowns he's survived from Marvel heavy
hitters
like Hulk and Sentry, I'd say Doom had that time.
Lex's tech was an impressive challenge that had the stats to contend with Doom, but against Doom's bewildering gadgets, magical trickery, and power-stealing siphon, the advantage was in the Doctor's court.
The King of Latveria claimed his victory. Hopefully Lex isn't a sore Luthor.
The winner is Dr. Doom.
Thanks for watching this episode of Death.
Alrighty. Up next we have got... Up next we've got Heihachi Mishima versus Geese Howard. I don't know either of those characters. So we're just going to jump right into this one.
Heihachi Mishima, billionaire megalomaniac behind the King of the Iron Fist.
And Geese Howard, karate kingpin behind the King of Fighters.
These two ruthless businessmen are as talented at martial arts
as they are terrible at being dads. But whose fury will prove the most fatal? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. The Mishima Zaibatsu is a multinational conglomerate so powerful it can field armies massive enough to conduct world wars. Its leader is the enigmatic martial arts master Heihachi Mishima. His goal? World domination.
This dude treats male pattern baldness like an
75 years old, 5'11". Damn, you're 75 and only 5'11". 176. Like he doesn't seem that impressive. King of the Iron Fist, CEO. Denied citizenship by the Japanese government, and was once accidentally turned into a bear. What?
In sport, he taught his super intelligent bear best friend karate, and if he doesn't like you, he'll strap you to a rocket ship and launch you into space. He's like a kung fu Wolverine Elon Musk.
He's Well, he sure is something, all right.
The words you're looking for here are ruthless and bastard, Wiz. Heihachi didn't like how his dad, Jinpachi, who looks like the Charizard to his Charmeleon, was running the family business, so he locked him in a basement to die and get possessed by a demon.
Heihachi built the Mishima Zaibatsu into the largest military developer in the world. And believe it or not, he's also a family man with a wife and child.
Sucks he had to kill his new baby mama with his bare hands after she got possessed by a demon too. A different demon.
This was the Devil Gene, and it would prove to be Heihachi's greatest adversary for the rest of his life. Fearing his son Kazuya had inherited this gene and its terrifying demonic power, he did what any loving, supportive father would do.
Toss his bitch ass off a cliff. If he climbed back up, it meant he was a devil. If he didn't, that meant he was A-OK. Except for being dead.
Which is basically what medieval peasants did to witches. The Mishima are old-fashioned. Now truly alone, without love or family holding him back, Heihachi could focus on one thing: power.
And not just the kind that lets you finance a satellite in order to kick family members you don't like out of it, but the punchy, kicky kind too.
Heihachi is a practitioner of Mishima-style fighting karate, based on real-life Goju-Ryu, also known as hard, soft style.
Oh, that's too easy, even for me, Wiz. Goju-Ryu combines hard striking.
Mishima style fighting karate, electric wind god fist, flash punch combo, dragon uppercut, demon slayer, tsunami kick, geta stomp, jumping power bomb, broken toy, Mishima style 10-hit combo, and rage art.
Kicks and punches with open hand circular techniques for grapples, takedowns, and throws.
Heihachi's fighting style is aggression personified, with such techniques as the dragon uppercut, flash punch combo, and demon scissors.
And if he really wanted to, he could impale you on one of his hair horns. Maybe.
Heihachi has even mastered the use of ki, or spirit energy, to manifest lightning, like in his classic Electric Wind God Fist. His ki can even enhance his physicality to frankly absurd levels.
Like the time he caught a bullet in his mouth. I'd say that's crazy, but he did the same thing to a tomahawk before shattering it with his teeth. How much of that blade did he swallow? Dude must have gave his beehole braces.
Or the time he got dogpiled by a bunch of Russian androids called Jacks, which all self-destructed, annihilating the temple he was in.
Yeah, he got up a bit later, infuriated, I'm sure, by the world's audacity to declare him dead from such a paltry wound.
Other Jack models were strong enough to destroy a 6.
Despite being considered a spin-off, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 does not contradict anything from the main series, and its plot threads are referenced in Tekken 7.
Mile-wide apocalyptic asteroid and survived being blasted by a satellite laser.
By taking a look at the size of the blast compared to the height of the clouds, this laser was packing around 1.6 megatons of TNT, and Heihachi can tear through the newest Jack models like that hatchet must have tore through his
boomstick.
Can't stop thinking about it, Wiz. Either end that's coming out of, it's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
After decades of dominance, Heihachi finally hosted the King of Iron Fist tournament.
And who should show up to the fight but his son Kazuya for the salty runback, all grown up and definitely not dead by Cliff. Oh man, what I wouldn't give to beat the shit out of my dad and toss his ass off a cliff. Probably what Elon Musk's son will do after he finds out what his dad named him. Man, he and Heihachi are kinda...
What the fuck, bro?
Similar. He launches rockets, he's super rich and weird, and I don't even want to think about Heihachi with a Twitter account.
Well, except for the whole martial arts thing. Musk is just some pasty lazy.
I did Taekwondo, I did karate, Kyokushinkai.
Oh man, he's been Heihachi all along! And that
oh, shit.
His son is Kazuya! Someone keep their eye on him in case he throws him off a cliff! But hey, Muskie, if you ever host a King of Iron Tesla tournament, give me a call.
I mean, that's fair.
His humiliating
I would totally fight in a tournament like that. Commanded a world war against Cheat Corp. Pile drive Jin and Kazuga down a building. Can match Devil Gene users even though he's only a human. Caught a missile and threw it back. Intercepted Devil Kazuga's laser beams. Withstood being blown up by 7 Jack 4s. Survived Akuma's raging demon somehow. And has defeated Kazuma, Jack 6, Ogre, and Kazuya. Oh, sorry, Kazumi, Jack 6, Ogre, and Kazuya.
Heihachi returned to battle his son once again, and this time tossed him into a volcano. These people really have a fetish for this one particular kind of execution, especially considering it never works.
Beating his son ain't too shabby, considering Kaz is one of the strongest fighters in the entire world, even without the devil gene, which, surprise, turns...
Yeah, was it Kaz or was it... No, it was Jin, right? One of these guys, they fought Ryu.
him into a goddamn demon. He can fire laser beams fast enough to hit a satellite in a fraction of a second. And yes, this is the same satellite we keep bringing up.
Measuring how far Kazuya was from the satellite, his forehead laser would have to be moving at just over 1% the speed of light.
And the Hatchmeister was fast enough to intercept this same beam in order to save Kazuya's life from his evil devil self. Maybe he had a change of heart. Oh no, okay. Or I could be wrong. Not after that. Man, they really hate each other. Even Heihachi's grandson Jin got in on the action. 3 generations of Mishima men bonding over throwing each other off cliffs.
After living a life consumed by hatred, the drive for power, and that, Heihachi reunited with Kazuya for one last battle to the death and shed a single tear at his son's complete transformation into a monster.
Oh, he did care. Maybe all of that crazy Bond villain bluster was just a facade for the heartbreak he suffered at destroying his own family and creating a cycle of violence, as so many fathers have before him. Dad.
He fought Kazuya as he lived. A man. No cyborg enhancements, no devil gene, no whatever Yoshimitsu is. Heihachi fought his literal demons with nothing more than his stubborn, egomaniacal refusal to give up until he could stand no longer.
Those who live by the volcano die
by the volcano.
Well, at least until he magically comes back in the next game. And when he does, he'll be determined as always to rule the world with a Tekken.
Don't you mean Iron Fist? Oh, god damn it, Boomstick.
Did he come back in Tekken 8? There was a Tekken 8, wasn't there? Hold on. Yeah, Tekken 8. Yeah, so did he come back? Getting the world to believe he was dead because he was thrown into lava, but he's just back. Just fine now. Cool. No explanation. He's just, yeah, I survived that. Because why the fuck wouldn't I?
Welcome to the sun-drenched streets of Southtown, USA. Should you ever find yourself there on vacation, you can rest easy knowing the Howard Connection Protection Agency will keep you safe from the clutches of the local mafia.
Until you realize the Howard Connection is the mafia. Top-tier business model they got there.
And in control of both stands the legendary Geese Howard.
Okay, Wiz, that was all sounding pretty badass until you said his name was Geese. What kind of dork is named after a waterfowl? The only worst name I could think of would be Swan. His absentee dad may...
Remember when he got angry about it back in the fucking other fight with Terry? He got mad about him calling him Geese. Said his name should have been Goose.
Be an Austrian terrorist, but the only thing he's blowing up is his son's future.
After Geese's mother succumbed to an illness...
Full name, Geese Howard, 42, 6 feet, 181 pounds, CEO of the Howard Connection, former student of, oh my god, Hakayoku Saiken? Fucking whatever, goddamn, man. Favorite song, Speak Softly Love from The Godfather, and sometimes appears in people's nightmares.
They were too poor to treat. 15-year-old Geese tracked his father down. to kill him.
Before getting completely wrecked by his half-brother Krauser, who was 9 years old. Oof! Now the ultimate scrub lord, he's found the martial arts master Tung Fu Ru to gain ultimate power and take revenge.
Geese fights with a combination of the deep, strong stances and hard-hitting combos of karate, the quick, deadly blows of kickboxing, and his primary style, Heihachi Jutsu.
Translating to hard soft, which again, all too easy. Aikido Jutsu is all about throws, counters, and locks. It focuses on using opponents' weight against them, kinda like its descendant Aikido. And you can't forget the shit-eating catchphrases. But what Geese was really there to learn was hippopotamus.
Jesus. With Hakyoku Seiken, Geese can absorb life energy, or chi, from the earth itself and mold powerful energy blasts.
His Reppuken rockets across the ground.
Combined Arki, Jutsu, Karate, and Kickboxing. Absorbed chi from the earth, senses auras, can manipulate wind and lightning. Reppuken, Shippuken, Raging Storm. Raime Guhanage. What? Ragu, Reppuken, Thunder Break, Explosion Ball, Rashomon, and Deadly Rage.
Like a buzzsaw, while Raging Storm is a massive fanged geyser that'll devastate anyone nearby.
He can imbue these attacks with lightning called down from the heavens, or enhance his strength and speed to perform blindingly fast combos like Deadly Rave and Rashomon.
Wait just a goddamn second, Wiz. Did Geese just throw that poor man straight into the air and then patty cake his nuts on the way back down?
Yes.
That is pure evil.
Geese's master felt the same way, sensing his pupil's darker intentions. So instead of entrusting the dojo's most secret...
Well, Geese did attain the Jin scrolls for immortality and regeneration. He destroyed them before learning their secrets and does not currently have them in his arsenal.
...of scrolls to Geese, he gave them to his other student, Jeff.
God damn it, Jeff. I hate him as much as Geese does. Kind of name is Jeff. Jeff.
Infuriated, Geese left Tung School to take over Southtown's existing criminal empire and install himself as the city's new crime lord.
Who, for some reason, demands to dress up in karate gi at all times.
Well, Geese's appreciation for Japanese martial arts extends to the culture as a whole. Music, architecture...
He's a weeb, like a buff otaku Vito Corleone. Who do you think his waifu is? Himself?
Since you're already playing games anyway, why not earn some free rewards while you're at it? All you need to do is download Buff, let it run in the background.
Ooh, I probably would too.
I don't know.
His waifu is...
Hold on.
He's a weeb, like a buff otaku Vito Corleone. Who do you think is...
Like, how are they fighting? What? From two different games. Did he get a guest star, like, in King of Fighters, or did he get a guest star in Tekken?
His waifu is... himself? Ooh, I probably would too.
I don't know. I appreciate Geese's tenacity and business acumen. It reminds me of me. Inventing reality-bending weaponry for black markets around the globe has done my checkings account pretty well. Like my Cyber Goose.
Mecha Goose Howard? Oh, please, Wiz, I've seen your student loans from Mad Scientist U. It's a sideways 8 next to a smiling turd emoji. I hear they sell self-respect next to the dollar pizza place you like so much.
Yeah, get him.
Despite being a badass crime lord, Geese was still plagued by inadequacy. So he took out his anger on the lamest person he knew, Jeff.
And he did it in front of his kids. I'm sure that'll turn out well in a decade or two. Wow, this guy has got to be the pettiest bitch in all of Southtown. Next to Jeff.
Oh, you think that's bad? How about when Geese had a son and left him and his mother in poverty? And when that son asked for help paying for his mom's illness, Geese ignored him.
Wow, without a hint of irony. After successfully conquering Southtown, Geese hosted the king...
Built a criminal empire and took over Southtown, and killed people with casual ki blasts, leveled a bamboo thicket, blitzed Terry and disappeared from his sight, survived falling off of Geese Tower, withstood versus power destroying his soul, and defeated Andy, Joe, Mr. Big, and Burst.
A fighter's martial arts tournament in order to solidify his position as the strongest fighter around.
Which he basically was. Geese is powerful enough to obliterate entire swaths of forest with his chi and defeat the reality warping entity Verse, who could create a hurricane the size of a stadium.
Even
Despite the King of Fighters timeline branching off from Real Bout Fatal Fury, Geese's personality, backstory, and abilities are the same in both.
Hakuma, one of Geese's subordinates, was strong enough to redirect a blast from the Zero Cannon, a city-annihilating satellite laser.
Considering the laser was intended to eradicate Southtown, which is a fictional stand-in for real-life South Miami, the blast would have to have a yield of around 1.7 megatons.
And judging by how fast it reached the Earth's surface, it must have been moving at over 2% the speed of light, and Takuma's fodder compared to Geese.
Seemingly unbeatable, Geese was finally confronted by Terry Bogard, the son of the man he murdered years before. You know, Jeff.
Now that man has great taste in hats. After one of the fiercest battles ever witnessed, Terry defeated Geese and threw him from the top of Geese Tower to his death, until he came back, so Terry threw him off it again. You can't keep a good goose down.
Whether it be manipulating future events from the shadows or demonstrating his magnificent power in front of the whole world, Geese's tenacity will always strive to crown him the King of Fighters.
Stay down, maggot.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, if you want to...
Freaking Adam and Eve, geez, what's with their ads lately, man?
Welcome to the final match of the international collaboration between the Iron Fist and King of Fighters tournaments. The prize, sole ownership of both the Mishima Zaibatsu and the Howard Convection. Oh, flagrant disregard of antitrust laws, but okay, let's go to our fighters. Heihachi Mishima! And his opponent, Geese Howard!
愚かなやつめ。犬覚悟はできてるか？三島、You're not now, big Geese.
Fight!
Let's go then! Predictable. 聞いたじゃん。鼻がへし折れるまで叩き込んでくれるわ。I will stand my hands, reach your blood, old man. Refugen! Double Refugen! Predictable!
Yeah. This is cool and all, but I don't think you're winning this, Geese. Yeah. Oh, he used your catchphrase against you. Beating your ass, old man. Survive that. Oh shit. Yeah, there we go. Uh-oh. That's gonna be a crappy way to die, yeah. Damn.
I can turn your
Well then.
wildest ideas into a song. Just describe it in a few words, choose a style, and let Mareka the Fifth...
No, thank you.
KO! Better break out the soy sauce for Geese, because this goose was cooked.
Both fighters had the brutal tenacity and martial arts mastery to push each other to the limit, but Heihachi just had the greater limits to push.
Sorry, Wiz, this one was obvious. One of them throws people off cliffs, the other has people throw him off cliffs. Kind of a no-duh.
It was not a no-duh. In fact, Geese's wider variety of chi techniques were able to keep Heihachi at a distance, and his ability to draw chi from the earth meant he could spam them for as long as he wanted.
But Heihachi has had plenty of experience with projectile spammers like Kazuya, whose
Yeah.
lasers are fast enough to reach outer space in seconds. He'd have no trouble getting in close.
Heihachi's decades of combat training over Geese also allowed him to learn and adapt to his Aikijutsu. He's even defeated Aikido masters like Nina Williams before, so it wasn't entirely new to him.
Ultimately, it came down to who was stronger, faster, and tougher. Both scaled to characters like Jack and Takuma, who survived satellite lasers nearly equal to each other.
But both feats were performed pretty casually by weaker characters, so what could they do at their best? For Geese, let's look at his fight with Verse, who created that hurricane.
By measuring its size compared to the stadium to get the mass of the clouds, making a storm that big would take about 1.8 gigatons of TNT, about
Not bad.
1,000 times more powerful than the Zero Cannon that could destroy Southtown.
But we're not done. One single Jack unit was able to destroy a 6-mile-wide asteroid heading toward Earth. Estimating its volume and density, the energy it would take to violently fragment it is nearly 8 gigatons of TNT, over 4 times more powerful than Versus Hurricane.
And Heihachi can tear through Jack's like
In Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, Jinpachi's storm melts enough rock to yield 45 gigatons, greater than anything scaled to Geese from Orochi's 4 Heavenly Kings.
nothing, which is crazy because that satellite laser it reacted to was moving at about 4% the speed of light, twice as fast as the Zero Cannon and Geese's best.
Geese was a clever, ruthless opponent, but Heihachi's power, experience, and sheer bull-headed stubbornness allowed him to walk away the victor.
Man, this fight was so intense, it almost made Mishima pants.
The
Really?
winner is Heihachi Mishima.
Alrighty. Up next, we have Blake versus Mikasa. I don't know. I mean, they've had... This is what, the third member of Ruby now who appeared? They had Yang appear and fight Tifa, and she won. Then they had Weiss or West or whatever appear, and she fought... I forget, she fought someone from Persona, and she lost her fight. I think Blake will probably beat Mikasa or Mikasa, however you pronounce her name. I don't watch Attack on Titan. Advertising their shirts.
Blake Belladonna, the feline huntress from Ruby.
And Mikasa Ackerman,
Yeah, it was right, Mikasa. Okay.
the giant killing scout from Attack on Titan.
These two reluctant heroes are fighting for a better world.
What'll happen when they go toe-to-toe to see who's the swingiest and the cuttiest? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable.
I wonder if JFK was thinking about anime cat girls when he said that.
Despite the world of Remnant being home to a plethora of magical beings, the Faunus were subject to discrimination from humanity.
That's so dumb. How can humans be racist against Faunus? Aside from looking slightly different, they're basically exactly the same. Oh,
Yeah.
I get it.
For most of her youth, Blake
Full name, Blake Belladonna, age 19, height, 5'6", no weight, interesting, alright. Cat Faunus, member of Team Ruby, inspired by Beauty and the Beast, likes reading, tuna, and yang, dislikes dogs, social interaction, and Adam.
Belladonna worked with the Faunus activist organization, the White Fang. But when her parents expressed concern at its growing violent tactics, she ran away to join them fully.
Yeah, Ginger Kylo Ren's influence was making it all cat-girl supremacist-y.
Believing the Faunus deserved to rule the world instead of humans, Adam Taurus turned the White Fang into a terrorist organization. with the young, impressionable Blake in tow. Now Blake
Of
got to
course.
put her superhuman faunus abilities to the test as a guerrilla fighter.
She's not a gorilla whiz. She's
She's
clearly
a
a
cat.
cat. You dingus.
That's not what
As a clearly cat faunus, Blake's got superhuman strength, speed, and endurance. She can see in the dark and even pick up on sounds regular humans can't hear.
Blake has also unlocked her aura, the manifestation of one's soul. Similar to the Eastern concept of chi, Blake can use her aura to passively withstand intense damage. Though if it's overtaxed, she will be as defenseless as any ordinary human.
Her aura survived this huge flying monster called the Nevermore crashing into her. Twice!
Measuring the size of the Nevermore compared to the stone structure it shattered, we can gauge it had to have fragmented over 2,000 cubic meters of rock.
That means Blake's aura ate over
Nevermores don't pose nearly as much of a threat to beacon huntsmen and huntresses as they did in Volume 1. Currently, Blake should be much stronger than them.
4 tons of TNT without even breaking.
I guess you could say she, sold it.
Drive
hate
with
you.
confidence, backed by Canada's best-in-class new vehicle warranty. That's the advantage of the Hyundai Elantra. Visit your local Hyundai dealer for details.
Eh?
Don't try that again, or I'm gonna have to cut you with a sword as sharp as Gamble's Shroud. It's everything you could ever want in a...
Faunus abilities, superhuman strength and speed, night vision, and acute hearing. Aura gives passive shielding, healing, and her semblance shadow. Gamble Shroud. Katana, sheath sword, pistol. Karasarigama. 96-meter long ribbon. Dust, fire, earth, ice, gravity, lightning, and violet combines with shadow.
Sick anime combo weapon, part katana, part kasurigama, and it wouldn't be Ruby if it wasn't part gun. Hell, its sheath is a sword too. That's just showing off, and I like it.
The 96-meter long...
Her ribbon was measured by comparing the amount of times Blake and Yang wrapped Gamble's Shroud around the Manticore Grim before restraining it.
Elastic ribbon attached to the katana's hilt lets Blake use Gamble's Shroud as a grappling hook for maneuverability and creative attacks. An invaluable asset for the White Fang and her new boyfriend.
Well, until he threatened to blow up a bunch of innocent people. Now, instead of a bad boy, he's just a boy that is bad.
He was an asshole.
Horrified, Blake turned her back on Adam and the White Fang, and for the second time in her life, she ran away.
It's like running away is her superpower.
In a sense,
Kinda.
it is. Blake's aura allows her to manifest a unique ability, or semblance, called Shadow. Born from her desire to escape, Blake can create a brief, intangible clone for deception, evasion, or even to propel herself through the air.
She can even combine them with different kinds of dust, which is basically magic gunpowder. Fire dust clones will explode on impact, while ice will freeze you solid. Though once she runs out of aura, that's it for her semblance too. Wiz?
He froze
Buddy?
it. Oh. Oh.
I killed him, and it wasn't even on purpose.
And don't worry, just some biological cloning. It's a hobby. Don't ask if I'm the original. I genuinely don't know anymore.
What the
Alone
fuck?
again, Blake lacked purpose and a place to call home. Until she reached Beacon Academy. There, she learned to be a huntress, a soldier of peace sworn to protect the land from monsters and any that would do it harm.
And she wouldn't do it alone. Blake would join up with fellow huntresses in training, Weiss Schnee, Yang Xiaolong, and Ruby Rose to make Team
Ruby.
with a W.
She didn't just find teammates, but friends as well.
Feeling.
Led Monterey in defeating the White Fang. Aced the Beacon entrance exam without any academy training. Can easily slice through steel. Blocked Adam's moon slice. Dodged the Sea Fei Long's lightning breath. Blasted by an Atlesian spider drone laser beam. Fought Grim for hours on end, and has defeated Roman, Reese, Isla, and Adam.
It's gross. Don't worry, the power of friendship didn't get in the way of her kicking some ass. In fact, it made her even better at it. She's defeated the gangster Roman Torchwick, the kaiju-sized Sea Fei Long, and the assassins Mercury and Emerald, and they could dodge natural lightning.
Comparing the distance they
Oscar/Ozpin also dodged both the lightning dust from Hazel, and Blake and Sun dodge the lightning breath of the Sea Feilong Rim.
Traveled relative to the lightning bolt, we can determine they were moving over 26,000 meters per second, nearly 80 times the speed of sound.
She even managed to stand up to Adam and all his mom just doesn't understand energy with the help of a new, way less toxic partner. So long, you abusive a-hole!
No easy feat considering Adam was strong enough to pulverize this massive spider droid with his moon slice, a feat worth over 4 tons of TNT.
Not too bad for a bootleg Virgil, and Gambleshroud could take hits like that over and over before breaking.
Despite her troubled past, Blake would never stop fighting for a better, more peaceful, more equitable world. She was done running. With her friends at her side, she would face the future head on.
And cut the fuck out of it.
Welcome to scenic Shiganshina! Enjoy the rustic medieval architecture, hardy populace, and oh yeah, ooh, yep, that can't be good.
Cowering behind enormous walls, the last remnants of humanity were driven to near extinction by the arrival of the monstrous Titans.
Despite that, little
Alrighty, full name Mikasa Ackerman. Age 19, height 5'9", 150 pounds, biologically engineered human, Survey Corps Special Operations Squad, belongs to the anti-Jaeger-Guest faction, and likes ice cream, her scarf, and Aaron.
Mikasa Ackerman lived a happy, normal life, until her parents were brutally murdered in front of her. But never fear, she reversed the shit out of those assholes with the help of Aaron Yeager, another pint-sized psychopath in training.
Adopted by Aaron's parents, Mikasa and Aaron somehow lived a happy, normal life.
Until this happened.
Until all their friends and family were brutally murdered by Titans. I'm sensing a pattern here.
With barely anyone in her life lasting longer than a 25-minute episode, Mikasa became Aaron's guardian angel.
Certainly a valuable asset to Aaron, who devoted his life to exterminating the Titan threat.
Together, they joined the military and got their hands on some sweet Titan-slaying gear, the Vertical Maneuvering Equipment, or VMI.
Also known as Omnidirectional Movement, or ODM gear in the anime, it allows Mikasa to fight the towering Titans at their own level.
ODM gear comes with two 20 to 30 foot long...
I've played the game. Those things are so fun to use, man.
Iron wire spears she can separately aim and shoot. It'll hook into any surface. They'll allow her to swing around like a steampunk Spider-Man.
She can zoom through the air and change directions on a dime with a special fan on her back that fires pressurized gas.
Farting. That's called farting, Wiz.
No. Someone hit him. Stop it.
I'll get another clone.
Well, what happened? Oh, his brain died. Oh my god.
I'll get another clone.
Wow, Boomstick.
Mikasa's ODM gear can propel her at speeds up to 366 kilometers per hour. That's almost a third the speed of sound.
Assuming she can reach top speeds in a second, that's over 10 G's of force, 10 times Earth's gravity.
For reference, astronauts withstand about 3 G's of force during liftoff, and fighter pilots can withstand up to 9 G's for a second or two during aerial combat. Even just 6 G's for a sustained period of time can be fatal for a human being, but Mikasa can survive almost twice that much and fight giant monsters at the same time.
That insane speed makes her...
Ackerman's blood, superhuman strength and speed, experiments of the past Ackermans, 3D maneuvering gear, iron wire hooks, pressurized gas fan, ultra hard steel blades, carries up to 12 at a time, thunder spears, carries up to 8 at a time, and anti-personnel pistol.
Especially deadly when she whips out her special Titan slashing swords made of ultra hard steel. And that's exactly the term I'd use to describe myself after watching what they can do to a Titan.
Despite their name, they're rather fragile, at least relative to the super tough Titan skin they have to repeatedly cut. So Mikasa carries a set of 12 that she can easily dispose of and replace mid-combat.
Yeah, that kind of became a problem when some super intelligent Titans started sporting crazy tough armor. That's when Mikasa breaks out the big guns, the Thunder Spears.
Essentially proto-bazookas, the Thunder Spears are thrown like javelins. They're sharp enough to pierce even the armored Titan's impenetrable hide, and once their fuse is severed, they'll explode, devastating anything within range.
Shattering the armored Titan's armor is no joke. It was tough enough to tank punching a hole through Wall Maria.
By measuring the size of the gate in comparison to, let's go with this guy, we can determine
Let's
the
go with
armored
this guy.
Titan violently fragmented over 1,000 cubic meters of rock.
That'd take over 18 tons of TNT.
On top of destroying the gate, the armored Titan's armored hide has withstood numerous explosions and even survived getting crushed by the colossal Titan.
Enough to level a city block, and the Thunder Spear shreked it. No surprises here. If you're too close to one of its blasts, it's game over.
Despite the awesome power at her fingertips,
Ranked first in the 104th Training Corps, defended Utgard Castle from a Titan ambush, can lift several yards of train tracks, blitzed the Jaw Titan, avoided a shot from the Warhammer Titan's crossbow, squeezed by a Pure Titan, survived being hit by a Thunder Spear shrapnel, defeated the Female Titan, Armored Titan, and Anti-Personnel Police, and dealt the final blow to Eren.
Mikasa only really joined the military to watch over and protect Eren.
Like a loving mother hen of death. And that became way harder once Eren learned he could also turn into one of those super intelligent Titans.
Now humanity's greatest weapon against the Titan menace, Eren was at the center of all major anti-Titan operations, which meant Mikasa was there too, ruthlessly dispatching anyone that might harm him.
Get over yourself, Eren. So what if your childhood home was destroyed by a Titan? You're living rent-free in this girl's head. And it could be worse. You could be Armin. Man,
yeah.
Like she's programmed to protect him.
You're not off base. Mikasa's last name isn't inconsequential. Ages ago, the Ackermans were bioengineered to be subservient super soldier royal guards to the mighty Eldian Emperor.
Well, wherever all that shit came from, Mikasa's got the Ackerman blood coursing through her veins. The same blood that...
Though the Ackerman clan strength is obviously greater than average, Eren's statement that they have the power of the Titans was likely an exaggeration to shock Mikasa.
gives her a fraction of a Titan's power without transforming. Holy crap!
It's that power that allowed Captain Levi, another Ackerman, to dodge point-blank bullets. That's over Mach 2, and Mikasa can easily keep up with him.
It also lets her subconsciously tap into the combined experience and battle instincts of Ackerman's past. She's like the avatar of Titan murder.
Unfortunately, this blood bond with Eren means that even when he goes too far, she's obligated to protect him, kind of like a robot.
I don't buy it, Wiz. She doesn't love him because of her DNA. She loves him because he's the only one who stood up for her when she couldn't
he's a
stand
piece
up
of
for
shit.
herself. When she looks at him and the rest of her friends, she sees a hope for a brighter tomorrow.
Wow, Boomstick. That was touching.
And she has fart powers.
Well, it was nice while it lasted.
I'm not listening to another word of this.
No, Eren's a piece of shit.
No point.
All right, the combatants are set.
Blue 2. And Death Battle.
Arknight's Enfield is giving out 135 free pulls right now for their
Well,
official
hopefully that
launch.
means it won't interrupt the fight.
Hey! Civilians were supposed to evacuate this area hours ago! Get the hell out of here! They're coming!
Nah.
You deaf? I said get the hell!
You wrecked her butt, dick.
Leave me alone! Are those 2 sets of ears? She must have 4 times the hearing.
Is that how that works? Face blow. Oh shit.
keeps popping those clones and attacking me from behind.
You're running out of swords, Mikasa. It's already changed like 3 or 4 times now. Uh-oh, that's not good. Come on, Blake. Lock in.
Gotcha this time.
Shit, that was her aura running out, wasn't it? Yeah. Damn, that's not good. Come on. Give up, Blake. Take her out. Hell yeah. Eat a dick. Missing an arm. She won.
I told her not to get too close to that thunder spear. Too bad she can't hear omniscient narration from beyond the fourth wall.
Despite Mikasa's overwhelming and frankly terrifying tenacity, Blake's varied arsenal and powers gave her a clear edge.
The ODM gear allowed Mikasa to keep up with Gamble Shroud's agility, but in terms of offense, Mikasa was kind of a one-trick pony. And that's especially compared to the Swiss anime knife that is Gamble Shroud, which could stretch 10 to 16 times longer than either of Mikasa's cable.
Blake's variety of shadows she could spam at will kept Mikasa guessing, and her aura allowed her to survive any attacks that could land.
To be fair, the Thunder Spears were a different story.
Because the Thunder Spears take advantage of Raynor's weakness to piercing weapons, its energy is not necessarily comparable to the explosion he survived against the Founding Titan. Both Whis and Penny have feats that surpass this, and Blake would scale to those.
And we're powerful enough to shatter Blake's aura. The aura could survive around 4 tons of TNT, while the spear's explosion could dish out over 18.
But Blake's far greater speed made her nearly impossible to consistently hit. While Mikasa could keep up with characters that can dodge bullets, Blake could keep up with characters that can dodge lightning. In this case, nearly 40 times faster than Mikasa.
And those Thunder Spears are meant for big...
At a base level, the average Grim has shown more feats of strength than the average pure Titan. Barring the 9 Titans, this means that Blake has had more experience fighting stronger monsters than Mikasa.
Slow Titans, not human opponents, so it's unlikely she'd ever get a solid hit in with one.
In that same sense, Mikasa's Ackerman heritage couldn't save her either.
It may give her generations worth of combat experience Avatar style, but almost all of it was against Titans, not a Faunus Huntress like Blake, who has powers the Ackerman family has never seen before.
Adam has only broken Gamble Shroud with his semblance, an ability more powerful than Mikasa's swords. Consequently, Mikasa was not fast enough to attempt to even disarm Blake.
With her Odium Gear's limited fuel supply and breakable swords, Mikasa just couldn't end the fight before her own options ran out. Mikasa had guts, but Blake's speed, versatility, and sick anime combo weapon gave her the edge.
It may have been a gamble, but Blake had the spirit to win without a shadow of a doubt.
The winner is Blake Belladonna.
Up next on Death Battle, we've got Iron Fist versus Poe. Nice. The Iron Fist is great, but believe it or not, I'm gonna go with Poe. The Kung Fu, like, not only is he voiced by Jack Black, which is awesome, and, you know, the Kung Fu Panda movies are great, he's just seems to be OP. for some fucking reason, man. I hate that they never put who voices the people in this shit.
Danny Rand, Marvel's immortal Iron Fist.
And boom, the chosen Kung Fu Panda.
The way of Kung Fu can be full of hardship, but these two unlikely masters have shown that with the right training and determination, anyone can walk the path of the Dragon Warrior.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Every 10 years in the mountains of Tibet, the mystical lost city of Kunlun will appear, forever guarded by a legendary warrior, the Iron Fist.
Naturally, one of the Iron Fist's former apprentices, Wendell Rand, thought I should really bring my wife and kid to visit the Kung Fu Super City. Best family vacation ever.
But not so naturally, Wendell's business partner tagged along, Harold Mishima, who, surprise, had less than noble intentions.
So Wendell was sent off a cliff, and his son Danny won the tragic backstory lottery when his mom died protecting him from wolves. Never trust a Harold, folks.
Danny survived and was adopted by the people of Kunlun. Within the city's walls, he spent his formative years tirelessly training in pursuit of revenge.
He's mastered judo, Muay Thai, Aikido, pressure points, pretty much every cool fighting style around. He also gained a weird habit of shouting, "Heart of the Dragon!" whenever he's surprised. Oh, you know that guy's got at least like 6 silk dragon shirts in his closet.
That would be interesting foreshadowing. For when Danny turned 19, he had the chance to become the next Iron Fist. But he had to overcome one final challenge, the immortal dragon, Shu Lao.
And like a badass, Danny walked up to Shu Lao's front door. Then, get this, bear hugged the dragon until it fell unconscious, netting Danny a sweet chest tattoo and the chance to plunge his hands deep into the dragon.
Boomstick!
What? I was gonna say the creepy cauldron holding its heart. What are you thinking?
This act infused Shu Lao's chi with Danny's, making him the newest, the immortal Iron Fist.
With his newfound powers, Iron Fist did what...
Full name, Daniel Thomas Rand Kai. 5'11", 175 pounds. Also known as the Immortal Iron Fist, living weapon. Runs a soup kitchen and kids karate school. Notably trained in Kunlun martial arts, boxing, Fujian White Crane, karate, Muay Thai, Shaolin Quan, Aikido, drunken style, judo, Kun Lao Quan, ninjutsu, and Wing Chun.
Any vengeful orphan would, and left Kunlun to track down the bastard who killed his parents.
However, when he found Harold, all the Iron Fist saw was a broken man. So he spared him, casting aside his past anger.
What happened to him, though, I wonder? How did he lose his legs?
However, when he found Harold, all the Iron Fist saw was a broken man. So he spared him, casting aside his past anguish to become a hero.
Oh, great. Another lesson about how revenge is bad and all that crap. Wiz, when I find those chickens that did in my grandpappy, make sure I finish the job.
I'll put it on my calendar. Thanks to his friend, Luke Cage, Iron Fist was able to reconnect with the real world and co-found a team, the Heroes for Hire.
And when he wasn't superheroing, Iron Fist was actually a pretty good dude who used his money to start a soup kitchen. Because he's yet another superhero who is secretly a billionaire by inheritance.
Together, the Heroes for Hire fought many villains, like Incinerator, Master Khan, and the White Man.
Hell yeah! Down with the establishment, Danny!
No, I mean he fought a mob boss actually named White Man.
Well, Whitey better watch out, because Iron Fist isn't just a fancy title.
Chi control. The Iron Fist, healing, projectiles, energy absorbing, nervous system control, techniques, hypnotic fist technique, levitation, teleportation, mind meld, pressure point fighting.
Danny can harden his fist on impact, hypnotize his foes, accelerate his healing, make close range Kamehameha kabooms, and even a giant energy dragon. Look at it.
Many of these chi powers were learned through the aptly named Book of the Iron Fist. a relic that has been held by every past Iron Fist. It even lets Danny open portals across dimensions back to Kunlun.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but why does he wear ballet slippers? Yellow dance shoes don't exactly strike fear into the enemy, you know?
They're Tai Chi's shoes, pretty standard. Anyway, Iron Fist can absorb not just chi, but all manner of naturally occurring power, like electromagnetism.
Yeah! Oh, so that's why he wears the slippers.
Danny can react in a microsecond, punch a...
Knocked down a helicarrier, punched Hulk through a wall, punched a demonic deity in half, survived a 150 megaton explosion that he himself caused, injured the Phoenix Force-empowered Namor, dodged a sniper shot with just his hearing alone, matched both Spider-Man and Captain America in combat, and has defeated Sabretooth, Shaolo, Darvos, and Mara.
Part a hammer helicarrier and has delivered strikes comparable to hydrogen bombs. And being the Iron Fist, he is also one of the most martially skilled heroes in all of Marvel.
This guy can go toe-to-toe with Boy Scout super soldiers like Captain America and the friendly neighborhood light-dodging Spider-Man. He even defeated the evil demon Mara. No,
what the?
Not the ball demon. I'm talking about the bull demon.
And after absorbing enough
ball demon.
What the fuck was that?
I'm talking about the bull demon.
And after absorbing enough electromagnetic energy, he punched apart this train, surviving the resulting explosion that had enough force to, and I quote, make Hiroshima look like a sparkler.
Not so sensitive analogy aside, it's clear Iron Fist's fist, glove, closed hand has some serious power. One time, he took in the chi of all the people of Kunlun to become this rad kung fu skeleton man. Watch out, he's got a...
Iron Fist has replicated the skeletal appearance and power afterwards, implying that he either retained some of Kunlun's chi or later achieved an equal level of power.
To pick with crime.
All to fight an eldritch Terminator called The One, who Danny had previously defeated.
Wish you really need to work on words better. Anyway, after Iron Fist threw the nameless robot off a cliff, it found Daddy Wendy himself and decided, hey, I should really take this guy's head and plop it onto my body. What the f***? Who wrote this?
Schrodinger's dad aside, Iron Fist is one of the deadliest Marvel heroes out there. No matter the challenge, he will always be there to keep the balance between Kunlun and the outside world.
I earned the Iron Fist, and no one can take that from me. Not even you!
Legend tells of a dragon warrior so skilled and deadly in martial arts that his foes would go blind from overexposure to pure awesomeness. A fighter of unrivaled power, wisdom, and rotundity.
This is Zhao Po Ping, a panda born in the Valley of Peace. For the longest time, this valley only knew, well, peace.
But everything changed when Gary Oldman the Peacock and his army attacked.
Lord Shen received a prophecy saying his conquest would be stopped by a warrior of black and white, a panda.
So, in a fit of paranoia, Shen decided to genocide every panda in existence, forcing Poe's mom to part with her baby as he Mosesed away in a radish box. Jeez, we got real dark with the sequel, huh?
After some obligatory trauma, Poe was taken in by a literal Father Goose named Ping.
With his expert guidance, Poe trained day and night to be a waiter at a noodle restaurant. Not the hardline warrior life I was expecting.
It was Poe's dream to be a martial artist.
Full name, Master Po Ping, Knee Lotus. 6'2", 260 pounds. Occupations, Dragon Warrior, Kung Fu Sensei, and Noodle Salesman. Was trained by Shifu, Oogway, and Bunny Dahama. Likes Kung Fu, food, fireworks. Claims to have fit 40 bean buns in his mouth at once, but he lies, it was 9. Note, they were counting.
He idolized all things Kung Fu, going so far as to make action figures of his heroes, the Furious Five.
Nerd.
However, he never expected to have the chance to actually explore that dream, until the day of the Dragon Ceremony, where Master Oogway would select a chosen one to lead a new era of Kung Fu as the Dragon Warrior.
And to the shock of everyone, Master Oogway chose him! Talk about a freak accident!
There are no
accidents.
Despite some setbacks, Poe was actually quite gifted. He just needed the right motivation, a carrot on a stick.
Or more accurately, a dumpling.
Next to the
Yeah.
Furious Five, Poe experienced the classic Shaolin animal styles, which are actual practice martial arts. Tiger style uses ferocious combos. Monkey style has unpredictable acrobatics. Mantis style uses fast strikes. Viper style implements fluid movements. And Crane style is all about sweeping hits.
But none of them suited Poe, so he made his own. You guessed it, Panda style.
No,
Which is
Dragon
sort of
style.
inspired by the real-world Dragon style, but
Yeah.
mostly based around
Anyway, Panda style Kung Fu. Original fighting style, loosely based on the Southern Dragon style, largely relies on Poe's bulk. Techniques. Bushido, Golden Lotus Clap, Inner Peace, Thundering Wind Hammer, Mongolian Fireball, Paralyzing Touch Points, and the Wuxi Finger Hold. Hero's Chi increases his Kung Fu skills and can grant flight and energy blasts.
using his roundness for defense, wearing down enemies until he gets an opening.
His body can stop just about anything. Falls, pressure point attacks, and even a club to the face. When he isn't overwhelming you with his pure fatness, Poe can launch a Hadouken with the Thundering Windhammer, immobilize foes with the Paralyzing Shoulder Touch, and blind you with the Golden Lotus Clap! Oh god, it's like looking into the sun!
But you have to be careful or you could blind yourself with it.
What? Why wasn't that at the beginning of the instructions? We never saw Poe do this in the movies!
Poe has been in much...
You guys need to download Buff. All you need to do is run Buff in the background and you automatically start earning Buff points, which you can use
more than movies, like TV shows, where he picked up a lot of new powers, such as the hero's Chi, a life force passed on to a chosen every generation.
This shonen power-up lets Poe counter mind control, shoot beams of energy, and make a giant dragon construct that devours pretty much anything.
And of course, possessing the hero's Chi makes Poe comparable to the previous owners of it.
Including the Black Tortoise, who was powerful enough to stop this huge meteor from hitting Earth. Poe even defeated this dude who would absorb the collective Chi of the greatest fighters across China.
Poe's achievements gave him the admiration of his peers, but his journey to becoming a legend wasn't easy.
Yeah, big shocker, the orphaned panda dragon warrior raised by a goose in a noodle shop had a bit of an identity crisis. But through it all, Poe proved he can hang with the best of them.
The Jin Taiyan's Tempest is directly stated to produce lightning bolts and behave similarly to natural lightning, so its speed should be comparable.
Evade lightning blast, chuck a hammer into low orbit, and once cleared an entire cloud formation with just the flex of his pinky.
This is his signature technique, the Wuxi Finger Hold, a move that warps anyone caught in it to the spirit realm.
AKA the afterlife. No, really, characters who have canonically died can be found here. And even should Poe be unable to complete the hold, he can always use it on himself to bring his target to the spirit realm with him.
But despite the spirit realm being the afterlife and all that, death isn't always permanent. I mean, thanks to Poe's Chi mastery, he can travel back home no problem.
And eventually, he overcame the tragedy of his past.
Skadooshed 173,000 tons of clouds, survived 3 of the 12 impossible moves, beat Tigress in 70 contests in a single day, dodged Jin Taiyan's Tempest Lightning, entered and returned from the spirit realm via his own power, and has defeated Tai Lung, Lord Shen, Kai Kipa, and Jin Dio.
And found his inner peace. In this state of mind, Poe has an immense amount of focus, enough to catch cannonballs.
A trick that proved handy when it came time to defeat that asshole Gary Oldman who killed his mom. You show him, Jack Black. Poe.
Poe now stands ready to teach the next generation, alongside his original father, who apparently survived, head and all.
What a nice ending.
After mastering Chi, returning from the spirit realm, and saving all of China, Poe has finally realized who he truly is.
I am the Dragon Warrior.
Get it? See the giant dragon?
Freaking Jack Black, man.
All right, the combatants are set.
I don't know what any of that was, but I'm glad I skipped it.
Wow! That was awesome! You were like, "Wah," and then went Satabooey! Who are you?
Bro.
I am the dragon.
Oh, no Wait! Me too! Do you want to spar?
With you? All right, buddy. Show me what you got.
Oh yeah, may the best dragon win!
Butt slam.
Dragon strike! Focus. Focus.
You can use chi too? Interesting.
So
Cool. Oh man, I love Poe. Jack Black, great actor, man.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
How about we both stop holding back?
Totally! Oh, that tickles! Kind of like this!
Oh.
What are you doing?
Oh, you know this hold?
No?
Oh.
Well, you're about to learn it.
Yeah.
Hey! Skadooga! Give me a break! Okay, it's time for me! Skadoosh! Nice view, huh? Golden Lotus Clap!
Golden Lotus clap.
Feel the power of chi!
Damn. Time for his fucking... Yeah, dragon bitch.
Part of the dragon, still fighting. Spirit of the dragon, lend me your power!
Oh shit, dragon fight.
Come to Papa!
Yeah.
Originium will carve a path for us.
Originium will carve a path for us.
That was so cool! Wait till Master Shifu hears about this!
KO! Whoa! I did not see that coming. I guess Poe got his fill of iron, am I right? You sure the panda winning wasn't some fluke accident, though?
There are no accidents, Boomstick. But due to his credit, Iron Fist's superior speed did help him hold out for a time.
Yeah, Poe could evade lightning, while Danny could move in a microsecond and hang with light timers.
And while Poe was very skilled, his experience didn't quite stack up to Danny's, who has been training all his life.
And that's about where this chubby panda starts taking all the wins. Poe's mastery of chi could counter Danny's hypnosis, and his fat belly stopped any pressure point shenanigans. In fact, anything Iron Fist could dish out, Poe could bounce back from. Sometimes literally.
Iron Fist punches have been compared to hydrogen bombs, which sometimes cap at 50 megatons. However, when compared to the not tactfully described exploding train, he could have around 10,000 times the power of the Little Boy bomb.
Putting Iron Fist's maximum potential at 150 megatons of TNT. Really powerful, but Poe had it beat.
Poe could clear away this giant cloud formation with just his whooshy finger hold, a technique he mastered before he even knew chi existed. With chi, Poe and other fighters like him have done far more insane feats.
Like the Black Tortoise and that extinction-level meteor stuff. Something that would require, just a little over 600,000 times more power than the Iron Fist Insensitivity Punch.
At first glance, Iron Fist's incredible speed and skill.
While Iron Fist could absorb Poe's chi, Poe possesses too much for him to take. Other foes have attempted to take Poe's chi and were unable to, even overloading to the point of self-destruction. This is how Poe beat Kai in Kung Fu Panda 3. The same would likely happen to Iron Fist.
Might make this result seem far-fetched, but look at it this way. Poe's entire style is about taking hits from faster opponents until he gets his opening, making this the exact kind of match he would excel in.
Not to mention,
Yeah.
Poe's Wuxi fingerhold was an instant win, right?
Well, kind of. As long as Danny had the Book of the Iron Fist, he could theoretically make a portal out of the Spirit Realm, assuming Poe didn't eat him first.
And remember, after coming to terms with his conflicting emotions and returning from the spirit realm, Poe had gained true mindfulness.
Not unlike the path to enlightenment taken to achieve nirvana.
Man, that's some heavy stuff for a cartoon bear voiced by Jack Black.
This sort of implies Poe can move between the mortal realm and the afterlife at will, making it questionable if death by conventional means even matters to him, crazy as it sounds.
And anyway, against Poe's overwhelming toughness, counters, and power, Iron Fist wasn't putting him down in the first place. He just didn't have the stomach to bear it.
The winner is Poe.
I want to see if it says who voices though.
Thanks for watching this episode of Death Battle.
Here we go. Okay, so it's always listed in the like credits, I guess. Because this Austin Lee Matthews guy, he did pretty good Jack Black Poe impression. That was not bad. Oh, this battle. Okay. The last battle is Steven Universe versus Star Butterfly. Now, I believe I have seen the fight for this one. I have not watched the full video. I was, at the time, it's because I was watching the Steven Universe show. And a game or something distracted me. I ended up not finishing it. And then more episodes started coming out. And I think more episodes started coming out. Either that or I just found out there was more episodes than I thought. Either way, I never finished the show. So when I saw this fight pop up, I was like, ah, shit. I want to watch the fight because Death Battle's cool and I like their stuff. But I don't want spoilers for the show. That being said, though, we're still gonna watch this, and I'm hoping Steven wins. Full Sail University.
Steven Universe, a superpowered half-human, half-gem teenager.
And Star Butterfly, wild child princess from another dimension.
They've both struggled with their responsibilities to save the world, but when pitted against each other, whose heroics will triumph?
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to...
I don't know if anyone saw that, but yeah, see, it just contains major spoilers for Steven Universe Future, and Star... Yes, that's what happened. That came out with like another series, and I was like, what? Now there's even more to watch? And I stopped watching it, and then this came out, and I was like, fuck, there's so much to watch if I want to watch the fight.
Heroics will triumph.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
It's your boy Richard Sherman, and I'm here to rip some packs and check out box. See, I'm a Gen 1 guy. I can recognize...
Skip.
The Diamond Authority was an alien superpower set on conquering the universe for their own gain.
They're literally diamonds, like shiny alien rock people.
As the most powerful of the gems, the diamonds led armies of lesser gems, including pearls, amethysts, and others, to prepare planets for destruction by the Authority. These armies were trusted to obey.
But they had an enemy rock person, Rose Quartz. She'd been living on Earth and really liked the place, so she was leading her own group of gems in rebellion, the Crystal Gems.
To which the three diamonds of the Authority responded by trying to destroy every gem left on Earth.
That sounds like overkill. But in a huge blast of light, every gem was corrupted or destroyed, except for Rose and her closest gems, a garnet and pearl. She'd managed to defend them all with her shield.
Given the light emanating from this attack and its distance, we can estimate it to be over 843 million tenajoules per second.
By Yellow Diamond's own testimony, White Diamond has not left Homeworld in eons. This means the Diamonds must have attacked from Homeworld, which is millions of light years away from Earth.
Enough energy.
Jewels? More like jewels, am I right?
That's what I said?
No, like with the W. Never mind.
Well, now with the diamonds rebuffed, Rose was able to settle down, and she even met a human she got along with, Greg Universe.
What a badass. I wish my last name was Universe. They
I
got
mean,
along
fair.
so well that one thing led to another, and, whoops! Rose had to give up her body so their son could be born.
True to his heritage, Steven had
Full name Stephen Quartz Universe, age 16, birthday August 15th. Species half human, half gem, is the son of Rose Quartz, member of the Crystal Gems, Cookie Cat's #1 fan, and is a talented ukulele player. Yeah.
has many gem-related powers, since when Rose gave up her body to create him, she effectively gave him all of her power as well, including her own gem. And while Steven's a stalwart pacifist, this led to him following in her footsteps to defend Earth from the diamonds when they inevitably return.
But he's got plenty of ways to defend himself and the others. He can create shields and bubbles to protect from different attacks, use bubbles to teleport things away, and shapeshift to get bigger.
He can also control his personal gravity to float or jump as high as he wants. And he can even fuse with other gems, or sometimes a human.
Wonder what a fusion between us would look like.
Fusions tend to result in a more powerful entity than the sum of its parts, but
I don't want to find out. Fusions usually require a strong emotional connection and consent from at least one outside party. It is not an ability that Steven can rely on by himself.
But I'm not sure that would happen.
Yeah, you're right. You wouldn't be able to handle it.
Sure. Anyway, as a gem, Steven is much...
Shield, bubble, size alteration, spiked variant, and teleportation. Speed of descent regulation, diamond aura, healing saliva, photo animation, shape-shifting, pink Steven, mental powers, empathetic telepathy, mind transference, mind linking, and astral projection.
Stronger than an average child. While he doesn't look for conflict, conflict always seems to find him. Like when he's taken on huge monsters or pushed through the G-forces of faster-than-light travel.
And when he's in a fight, he combines that crazy strength with awesome speed and agility. He can outrun an alien security system with electric fire and ice attacks, and he's dodged lasers. Even if he can't get away in time, Steven survived an entire temple exploding and taken hits from a bunch of gems, which is huge. I mean, Garnet once punched so hard she could split a mountain.
Another gem he's on par with, Lapis, telekinetically lifted the entire ocean into the atmosphere. Boomstick, do you know how heavy the ocean is?
No, do you know how heavy the ocean is?
The effort required for that would be anywhere from 92 petatons to over 10 zetatons of TNT.
Man, that's a lot of water. His bubble and shield are also way stronger than they look, since they can defend against attacks from the diamonds themselves. Not even Steven's spit could have helped with that attack. Oh, if you haven't heard, his spit can heal people.
His saliva can even give plants, like fruit, humanoid form. Just spitting out seeds from a watermelon has gotten Steven in quite a bind before.
That's not gonna pop up and attack me, is it?
No, Boomstick. Regular watermelons don't attack people. But depending on Steven's emotional state, he has varying control over his plant-based life form.
What the fuck?
You gonna eat that? Aside from his spit, Steven's tears have brought people back from the dead. They just turn pink and have powers of their own after. It's weird.
Despite not being one to pursue conflict, Steven's been stuck for a while making the best of carrying on Rose's duty. So his kindness and feelings of responsibility for those around him push him to use those healing abilities whenever he can. He can even mend himself with accelerated healing that lets him fix fractures and minor injuries nearly immediately.
And when Steven's knocked out, he can leave his physical body, sort of like a ghost. The drawback is he can't physically interact.
Steven once used his telekinetic powers to pacify the cluster, a planet-threatening entity. He did so by befriending the cluster, after which it helped Steven bubble itself.
With anything while he's projecting. But when Steven goes to sleep normally, he can possess other people's bodies. Good luck trying to fall asleep in a fight, though. I've tried.
But protecting the Earth wasn't the only surprise Steven's mother left for him. As it turns out, she was never actually Quartz at all. She was, in fact, Pink Diamond, one of the heads of the Diamond Authority.
What?
Despite being sent to Earth to conquer it, she fell in love with the planet, which led her to give up her title and transform into Rose Quartz. All of this was withheld from Steven for most of his life, as Pearl worried how the truth might change him.
Oh, believe me, parental trauma will take a toll on anyone's mental state.
Fair.
And when Steven gets too overwhelmed, he taps into his latent diamond abilities, making everything way stronger and way killier.
In this, his pink state, he's so fast.
Manifestation of past trauma taps into latent diamond power, increased physical ability and flight, enhanced photo animation, stronger hexagonal shields, can shapeshift into monster state, and far less control over himself and his abilities.
His perception of time slows to a crawl. His bubble and shield become hexagonal and strong enough to crush other gems. Like when he lost control of his emotions in a fight with Jasper and killed her.
He did bring her back to life with his super tears, but that kind of stuff made him think he was a monster, and he basically turned into a pink state Godzilla.
But this wasn't Steven hulking out all of a sudden. It was the result of a full emotional breakdown after years of stress and trauma.
Luckily, his friends came in clutch and it worked out okay, but he still risks becoming a
Overpowered and pacified cluster, shield can block attacks from 3 diamonds, dodge light-based attacks, survive the G-forces of faster-than-light travel, can fight on par with Garnet and Amethyst, led Homeworld into Era 3, and defeated Amethyst, Spinel, Bluebird, and Jasper.
monster if he's ever completely emotionally broken.
With the support of the Crystal Gems, his dad, and his friends, Steven managed to work through his personal issues, so hopefully he's not faced with becoming a monster ever again.
So that's one less monster to worry about, Tokyo. And since Monster Steven has the same power as his pink state, just with absolutely no control, Steven's still powerful enough to take on anything in his way.
Of course, if it was up to Steven Universe, everyone would just be friends.
Garnet, Amethyst,
This and Pearl Steven.
When Marco met the new exchange student at his school, he thought he was just making a new friend from a different place.
And he definitely didn't think she'd be a magical princess who'd drag him along for all of her crazy adventures.
This
What the
girl
fuck is
from
happening
uni
with this
knew
show,
what
man?
was a little weird and a little wild. And on top of bringing magic to Earth, she might have brought along a few extras as well. This displaced heir to the throne and defender against monsters was none other than Star Butterfly.
She may have been backed up by generations.
I can't even explain 90% of what I just saw in that opening, man. What the fuck? Full name, Star Butterfly the Underestimated. Cool name. 5'2", 15 years old, species Mewman, formerly the 37th Queen of Mewme. Casual unicorn tamer and likes art and kicking indoors.
Of magic users before her, and super strong in her own right. But Star wasn't the perfect princess.
She would have been sent to the terrifying and personality-draining St. Olga's School for Wayward Princesses, but luckily, Star's parents took one look at that place and decided, no way, she's going to Earth instead.
You know, Earth really isn't the best place for her to be practicing magic. We're not used to people casually casting spells here. What'll humans say?
Well, since Star is a Mewman...
What the f*** is a Mewman?
That's what the people of Mewni are called. She's already superhuman compared to her peers on Earth. She survived a blast that leveled the top of Castle Mewni, and can use her wings to help her get out of the way in a pinch.
What, those tiny things? There's no way she can actually fly with them. At least she can make a bubble.
Yeah, I mean, those things... those look more pathetic than Namor's wings, man.
Around herself to defend against attacks.
Her butterfly heritage also grants her the Magic Instruction Book. This spell book is incredibly important, as it contains spells created by all the magical rulers of Mewni that came before her. And she creates her own spells too, like Cupcake Blast, which fires a beam filled with cupcakes.
Okay, half of these spells don't...
Royal Magic Wand transforms into weapons and alternate appearances, tastes like caramel corn. What the fuck is going on with this show, man? What the fuck am I watching right now? Dimensional Scissors. Notable spells, Bunny Rabbit Blast, Cataclysmic Total Extinction Death Blast, Cupcake Blast, Dagger Crystal Heart Attack, Easy Peasy Time Freezy, and Laser Beam Blast. I feel like she likes the word blast.
Make any sense? Jelly bean hallucination mist? Starfish tsunami? What the hell are these names? I want a jelly bean hallucination mist. I feel like you'd pay for that at like a high.
More notable spells: Pile Driver Panda Explosion, Rambo Fist Punch, Spider with a Top Hat, Starfish Tsunami, Supersonic Leech Bomb, Thermonuclear Butterfly Blast, Warnicorn Stampede, Whispering Spell, and Winter Storm Hyper Blow. What the fuck is with these names, man?
High-end sauna.
Well, they're kind of self-explanatory. Creating her own spells does mean they can pretty much be anything. Take one of her summons, for example.
Star once used a time freeze spell that knocked Father Time off his wheel. However, she decided to never use it again and likely can't due to Father Time changing how the Wheel of Time is moved.
Which are effectively creatures reliant on magic to survive. So what happens when you combine unicorns, stampedes, and war?
Oh, I know this one! Warnicorn Stampede! Now I get where Spider with a Top Hat came from!
That Spider's one of Star's self-professed most powerful summons, with his own minigun to boot.
So naturally, she can kick monsters' butts with her spells thanks to her magical wand. But she better watch out, because a lot of those monsters want to use it for themselves.
Her wand combined with her training means she has some incredible destructive power. She's blasted apart walls, temples, and a throne room. Her mother even said her wand could blow up a universe, and one of her ancestors did exactly that.
Yeah, Star's ancestor Skywind.
One of her ancestors did.
What to do when you explode a dimension? Well, now I've done it. I wanted to make something explode. I have done this before on a bad day, but this time I wanted to blow up something bigger than a hill or even a mountain. Jesus, I wanted to rip the earth in two. Feel the heat from its center. I charged up my wand and I was emotionally charged as well. Thinking of Sir Jem Robin and also feeling a fool of myself for even caring, I charged and charged up my wand. The glow so bright I felt like I was a star. My cheeks glowed as well. I knew I must be dipping down for the first time. What a wonderful feeling, a feeling of so much power. I powered up and up, the glow from within me burning brighter and brighter. I was floating high up in the air. When I couldn't hold on to it any longer, I let out a mighty blast, and Dimension 811 was no more.
Did exactly that.
Yeah, Star's ancestor Skywind wanted to make something explode one day. So why not an entire dimension?
And remember that book we mentioned earlier? Skywind recorded her experience specifically so her successors would know what to do if they also wanted to destroy a dimension. So Star should be able to do this, since she's known to be an incredibly strong princess on top of being the heir to the Butterfly Spellbook.
Speaking of destroying things, her thermonuclear butterfly blast has wrecked a house, and according to Star, her mega explosive crystal laser is powerful enough to obliterate planets. But she just likes to use it to play with cats like a laser pointer.
Star has spells for more than just destruction though, like her Bunny Rabbit Blast, which she's used to catch up to cars. And one of the monsters she's fought, Meteora, has deflected lightning. Being able to fight on par with Meteora means Star's able to reach speeds over Mach 1000. But if all that wasn't enough for you, once Star...
Massive increase in power, dimensional travel, winged flight, omnitanium, and web shoot.
Star went through puberty.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
She learned how to access and control her far more powerful Butterfly 4.
Now that's a set of wings. I just wish peering into her eyes wasn't like peering into the 9 layers of hell.
It's obviously a stand-in for puberty. Star compared the process of attaining it to, quote, suddenly looking at boys as if they were made of bacon. Like you've never eaten it in your life, and all you want to eat is bacon.
So what you're saying is if I eat enough bacon, I can get magical powers?
No.
The Hyundai Advantage sales event is on now. Get advanced tech backed by Hyundai's 5-year new vehicle limited warranty and finance rates as low as 0% on select models. For a limited time only. Conditions apply. Visit your local Hyundai dealer for details.
Anyway.
Broke the exterior of a magic temple, erased a car with bunny rapid blast, used magic without a wand at age 14, can destroy planets with mega explosive crystal laser, possesses magic capable of destroying a dimension, participated in destroying the realm of magic, defeated Toffee, Ludo, Mitoria, Romulus, and Mina Loveberry.
Through her time in various dimensions, fighting monsters and defending her friends, Star's become strong enough on her own that she no longer needs her wand. In fact, her wand only ever served as training wheels to help her harness this magic herself.
Soon enough, though, she realized monsters weren't actually the bad guys, so she started to fight for them instead of against them.
This wasn't a popular decision with humans, but Star knew it was the right choice and followed through. Unfortunately, the fighting continued, and Star realized in order to truly quell the conflict, she needed to fight magic itself.
So her mother, her great-whatever-grandmother, and Meteora all banded together to cast the Whispering Spell in the realm of magic.
This spell is designed to silence or end magic, and when cast within the realm of magic, it destroyed magic itself. All of it.
But doesn't that mean she killed all the magical creatures across the different dimensions because they need magic to survive?
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Well, after destroying magic and every magical creature in existence, Star was finally able to bring peace to Muni.
Star had a lot of growing up to do when she was sent to Earth, but she learned to control her powers and led her country to peace.
Mostly.
Now, she's truly grown from her chrysalis into a butterfly.
Who's ready for a bloody, bloody bloodbath?
Okay, I really hope she loses. That bitch is insane.
Right, combatant Star's set. We've run the data through all
Fucking
possibilities.
psychopath.
But before we do, it's time to...
Really? An Adam and Eve ad for Steven Universe and Star Butterfly. What is going on with your ad placements lately, Death Battle?
Oh no! What happened?
Wait! Sorry, wait. I can fix it.
Oh. Okay, I think I have a better idea.
Wow. Grumpy much. I'll cheer you up.
Oh no.
Stop, please.
Yes. Dude, what are you... Why are you attacking him?
What did sandcastles ever do to you?
I don't know.
What is your problem, lady?
It's all right. Take your time.
Check this out.
What the fuck is happening?
Ow.
Huh?
Bro, fuck this chick.
What's wrong?
Oh, he's gonna lose control.
What's wrong with you? Just leave me
Did he just yell war crimes? What the fuck?
See you later, Pinky!
Fuck her up, Steven. This bitch is insane.
That's neat.
Yeah, it is.
Goodbye, weird bug girl.
Never surrender!
Fuck you, Top Hat Spider. Oh shit. Steven? Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
I won!
Fuck you, lady.
How are you holding up, Administrator?
I don't think she won what she thought she won there. Steven definitely had a better sandcastle.
With Steven's strength and healing abilities, Star was definitely between a gem and a hard place initially. And when Steven went pink, made it a whole lot tougher on her.
And since Steven was an alien gem and not technically magic, Star's whispering spell couldn't touch him, but she still had the advantage in the end. Steven was physically superior, at least to Star's everyday appearance. Star could survive explosions worth a few dozen tons of TNT, but he could match Garnet's mountain-busting might.
However, everyone knows this matchup would rarely ever resolve in fisticuffs. Even with how out there some of Steven's powers were, the sheer versatility of Star's magic was simply not something he was equipped to outmaneuver or overpower.
Sure, his laser feats mean he was faster than Star in her lightning feats, but Star's butterfly form and transportation magic meant she had plenty of ways to work around that. Not to mention, she mastered her super-powered bug form while Steven never mastered Pink State, and she didn't even need her wand to go full power.
Star's butterfly form and barriers utilize her magic as their power source. As such, their durability should be comparable to her magic's destructive potential.
So disarming her meant jack squat.
It is possible Steven could match the power of the Diamond Trio, since Pink Diamond was able to defend against them alone. 843 million tenajoules, or about 2 tenatons of TNT, is certainly nothing to scoff at.
But Star had spells that could destroy a whole...
While the size of the dimension Skywind destroyed is not specified, Queen Moon explicitly warned Star that the Royal Magic Wand possessed enough power to destroy their own universe. Moreover, Star's magic has defeated living embodiments of space-time, such as Omnitrax's Prime, a living universe, and ultimately played a major role in destroying magic as a whole.
Planet, and probably even a universe. Pun intended. She could basically one-up any level of power Steven tried to throw at her, even if he did go full pink monster mode.
Steven was pushed to the limit and gave it his best, but Star's raw power and her versatile spellcasting were impossible to beat.
But her fly on home, Star. You've had a gem you would win.
The winner is Star Butterfly.
Fuck Star Butterfly. Alright, that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. You know the drill by now. Go to Death Battle, give them the love they deserve, watch the videos, like and subscribe to my shit. Like I said before, we're almost at 5 subscribers. We're getting there. Oh, man. Alright. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.